how am I rolling a D8 and doing this? Like, all of my D8 rolls practically have just been atrocious. I'm doing better at the D12, so I'm gonna get a statistician in here. Um,
Okay, so obfuscation, skullduggery.
Yes.
Okay.
I got 2 and 2.
That's 2 successes. You need 1 success, Taylor.
That's good, because I've only got 1 die. That's a 9. Do we have any caravan die?
You don't.
Oh, I do have my inconspicuous cloak. That allows me to re-roll 1 die when disappearing into a crowd.
I don't know if the narrative of that makes sense in this.
I know, I'm just trying to abuse the rules for my own selfish ends.
In a crowd in a city for sure, but you're in a tunnel here, surrounded by and the deeper in you go, you're starting to see these glances move on you, and the tunnels splitting to the sides start to lessen, and then you look behind you, and the spaces that were open before are now filled with people, and their eyes are on you, and they're moving at you. And now they're moving at you quicker, filling in the spaces behind you. And their legs are moving faster, and they're starting to run. What do you do?
How many of them are there? It's a lot, right?
It's a lot. Yes, it is more heads than you can count in this tunnel, you know?
I feel like we got to run for it, right?
yeah.
I feel like the time for stealth is over.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The option behind you has closed. The exit is no longer an option for you.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, we got to run.
Okay, cool.
We're running.
I think this is a hardiness roll, and I think that this is because you're trying to outlast them, right? This isn't this is the time for obfuscation has ended. I think that this is. I mean, tell me how you're running. It's a hardiness roll. Tell me how you were each doing it, and I will tell you which approach to use.
So what Grail is doing is he is running really fast suddenly, but he's not moving. His just legs are spinning, and there's a cloud of dust underneath him, and he hears.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, or an old Looney Tunes cartoon. So I don't know. I think we just GTFO. And it's like we've been spotted clearly. That much is obvious.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's ferocity. That's ferocity hardiness for Grail.
Well, that's actually not what Grail is doing. That was a joke for the uninitiated. Grail is probably just going to try to instead duck and weave throughout because Grail is he's a tunneler. He's not a big dude. He's skinny and 4 feet and change. So
I will call that adaptation hardiness.
To sort of duck and weave between the various crags and crevices and crystal outcroppings.
Crystal
Cool.
meth.
He said, Yeah, I'm having a bowl of meth tonight. Sprinkle some meth on that bowl of meth. Okay. He said hardiness and obfuscation?
So here's what you're all going to roll this. It's going to be a joint roll. How I want the other two to describe to me how they're doing their running. It's adaptation hardiness for Grail.
Mm-hmm.
I am holding up the back of the line, shouting at them to move forward, and just basically taking a swing at anybody with Bobble who gets close enough.
Ferocity hardiness for Freckle.
Zarkus is running. They have their rifle at the ready, locked and loaded, cocked.
Okay, yeah, I think that's probably clockwork. You're like logicking out this thing. So yeah, I'm going to need 3 half successes between the 3 of you.
Okay.
I just got 3.
Yes, you did.
I got an 11. I am rolling like absolute Polyutar tonight.
Nice.
One,
That's offensive.
1, 2, 5.
I'm canceled.
1, 2, 5.
Okay. Hell yeah. You guys are able to hold off this impeding storm of glamored miners at your back as you are making your way, ducking and weaving through the ones ahead of you, and you're getting funneled deeper into the mine, but you aren't getting grabbed, you aren't getting touched. You're able to avoid that. I mean, with that in mind, like, what does it look like as you guys run through this mine? Describe to me what you're doing.
Like an episode of Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grail is just vaulting over like. He's moving surprisingly quickly because Grail is not usually like a physically active fellow, but you see Grail almost like bound like with a. You know how there's some creatures that can like jump in a way that seems like muscularly disproportionate.
Yeah.
Like, they should not be able to exert that much like strength or motion that quickly. Grail is practically grasshoppering over like the sort of like little outcropping and stuff, just like whoop. Trying to sort of like bounce and roll over things very quickly.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Zarkus, having grown up in the wilds, I mentioned that they grew up in the wilds a lot. I'm coming to realize that, but Zarkus, having grown up in the wilds, knows that when they're in life or death situations like this, that they need to analyze their environment very quickly, and they have done so here. Kind of similar to how Grail's doing, with their rifle out, like, they're vaulting over people, they're vaulting over tables, they're vaulting over equipment. They're like an android out of Detroit Become Human.
Hell yeah.
Like analyzing their every move.
And,
Freckle.
Freckle is doing a lot of running forward and looking back and kind of switching between the two. And as people are getting too close, she's taking Bobble and just smacking him in the leg, trying not to cause a ton of damage, but mostly trying to knock people over so that when they fall, they trip the people behind them, and basically slowing down that like horde of people that are coming after us. But it's a lot of like very panicked movements. Freckle's definitely not comfortable here, but they're making the best of it.
And that's how it's going for the next couple of minutes. Freckle, you are holding off these hordes as you guys are moving down this tunnel, pushing and punching, moving forward, and then pushing them back further. And Zarkus, you are taking your gun, taking aim, taking shots, calling out movements ahead of time for Grail to take to clear out the space so you can all move in sync to safety. And as you do, it takes minutes that feel longer and longer and longer, and the sounds of machinery pick up, and they're louder and louder and louder. The sounds of movement and workers picking up here, and then it's brighter than you've seen before, and it looks like the shimmering of the ship outside as you enter this room, and you see a robust set of machinery that you've never laid eyes on before, because it doesn't look like old world tech. It doesn't look like nowadays tech. It looks alien in design. It looks like something out of a nightmare. It is a glamored disaster. And all of these workers are pulling things from the ship, because now you see it sticking out of the outcropping of the mountain, and they are taking out these pieces and repairing them and moving them back in. And then you see what you can assume is the foreman. And in front of him is a black-robed figure, and in his hand is a metal mask, iron wrought and twisted in visage. And his arm is pulsing with black veins, and it is moving up towards his clothing, which is similarly taking on this black look, and it is wispy in the air in here, which is no longer stagnant, but instead billowing. And the figure turns to face you, the one next to what you can assume is Foreman Gundar, and you see a black-robed figure with an iron-wrought mask. Out of its mouth breathes black smoke and dust, and at its hand an iron sword, and its head cocks as you enter, and you see a Nocturine captain. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
Oh, damn.
That was an awesome description. That was a really solid ending. It's just, I have such terrible
Absolutely.
brainworms. When he said Nocturine Captain, I imagined a guy in a tangerine suit looking like the Kool-Aid Man.
Absolutely ruined it.
Oh, yeah.
He raises his sword at you and just says, "Oh no."
Yeah, and he raises his sword and says, "Bold and limitless flavor."
It's all good. He's made of glass anyways.
This game sponsored by Tang.
Yeah. This game is sponsored by the moon.
It reminds me, not to drag us over long, that there is that like American fairground food is such a little piece of treasure in this country, but there is such a thing as batter and fried Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Powder.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, powder. Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
how?
That is a thing.
I mean, I'd fuck that up.
Yeah, no, I've not had it, but I would definitely go in on that.
Taylor, I am gonna say that we should raid L's. L is streaming tonight,
That
so
is
we
a
should
good
definitely
point.
raid.
Yeah, we don't do any raids ever.
Hold on, I gotta jump on, so we're raiding with at least one person.
Raid. L's Dragoon. I think it's 2 zeros, isn't it?
Yeah. ELSDRAGO00N.
Yeah. Cool. All right, cool. Well, then that being said, folks, we really hope that you enjoyed the latest development in A Matter of Delivery. This has been part 3. And I don't know how many more parts there are going to be, but we do hope that you stick around for the others, however many there are. As is per usual, this is the end of the stream, so I just want to take a moment here to give the floor to our 2 volunteer playtesters. Adam, Bass, tell us what you've got going on, and yeah.
Yeah, still working on redrafting and finding a publisher for the book on climate change. Still doing independent climate research. If there's a new report I'm going to put out on the horizon, I will let you all know, because I know you cannot get enough of that cheery shit. Anyway,
Absolutely not.
And to Bass.
Yeah, so I make music as Eben Holden. Hopefully going to be releasing a cover compilation in the next 2 weeks, featuring covers from Car Seat Headrest, Lincoln, one other band that I'm forgetting right now, but I'm covering a couple of their songs too. The Front Bottoms. That's who it is.
Hell yeah.
I'd also like to take this moment to plug my friend's band, Monstrosity. They make very kick-ass indie pop. So if you are into that, check out Monstrosity on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Music and SoundCloud and all the places where you listen to music.
Hell yeah. I also want to tell you to listen to Even Holden's cover album, because I've gotten some behind the scenes peek at some of the tracks and they sound incredible. I am very excited for it, and you should be too. I'm also going to do a plug because I have a show again. So my name's Taylor. When I make music, it's called Here Be Monsters. I do folk punk music that is looper based when I play live. This Saturday, if you're in the Athens, Georgia area, I'm doing Punk Goes Acoustic, which is an ode to the old like Punk Goes Acoustic albums from back in like the mid 2000s. But it's myself, it's Way Past Cool, it's Phantom Dan from That's Rad. We're playing a bunch of stripped down versions of our songs and also some fun covers that I have planned. The joke's on them because they have to strip all their songs down, but I was acoustic already, so but if you're in the Georgia area, come by. It's going to be a super fun show. We're really excited to be doing it. And yeah, that's my plug. But I just want to thank our playtesters one more time. Thank you so much.
Something.
Oh, Corey, go for it.
Yeah, I'm working on I don't know, setting up an art Instagram and stuff, more than just my personal shit. I've been illustrating for a while now. Enough that I'm not even calling myself a fledgling illustrator anymore, just an illustrator, which is fun. So I don't know, yeah, I don't know, come look at my art and shit.
Hashtag growth.
Yeah,
I mean, to speak on that also, I mean, Corey has done all of the visual art, all of the visual language, all of the design for Vault Peddlers has been Corey's brainchild. And it's been incredible watching you develop as an artist. So I'm super excited about it. Definitely give us updates as that becomes more relevant. All right.
Yeah.
And that being said, thank you all so much for watching. We're now going to send you over to our good buddy Elstragoon, who does kick-ass art and game dev, and we got to meet him in person in PAX this year and play his game Whisperstone, which you should also
Very
do.
cool.
But yeah, we're sending you over now, so we hope you guys have a good time. See you later.
I love you all.
Peace.
Love y'all.
I gotta stay right. I gotta say it before Taylor said, yes, it was me.
This was awesome, folks. I am going to be out. I need to corrupt the youths. Just kidding. But yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm a hemlock up in here. Anyway.
Peace.
Yeah. Peace out, folks.
Later. El made emotes for us, and I said hell yeah, and he dropped them.
Very good. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Did you check out the Sober to Death cover I sent you the other night? I did send you another one. No worries. Cool. Yeah. All right. Cheers. Have a good night, guys.
What up? Hold on, I gotta watch what he's actually saying. Huh. Well, this is insane what they're doing, by the way. Oh, really? They're making an actual Nintendo game. That's so cool. No, they're actually designing a game. Yeah. So, yeah, Nick does the art and Roland does the code. I don't even know. Okay. Okay. Dude, this is insane. Not anymore.